Not one more word tonight between here and there. We'll put a distance the size of the ocean, so now his heart can beat a skipping rhythm as it can.
So, my name is Matt Stokes, and I've got a book that's coming out in about 26 minutes, if all goes according to plan. The name of my book is Generation Y. I had a different name for it for the longest time. One I was never really sold on, and then I just randomly realized, oh, what if I called it Generation Y, but with the Y spelled out like the word Y, like why? And I just thought it was so clever and so original, and I stumbled on this $1 million idea. But it turns out there's like 1 million businesses already out there that are called Generation Y, but there had never been a novel with that name. And so people keep asking me, what is this book about? And I just react like, what? Like, what? How can you ask me that? What kind of question is that? What is this book about? What isn't this book about? Like that's some kind of strength. No, I just struggle with brevity of all things. So it's hard for me to explain in like a sentence what my book is about, but I'll try. It's a novel. It's fiction. It's written like it's nonfiction. It sounds very much like a journal entry or like a blog post, but it's not that. It's just designed to sound that way. The first thing I tell people about the book is it's funny. And if you are looking for something funny to read, that's all you need to know. I mean, who cares what the book's about as long as it's funny? There aren't that many funny novels, at least these days, and I'm not saying I'm breaking new ground. I'm just saying that I'm glad I wrote a book that's funny, because not too many people are trying to do that anymore. Or at least it tries to be funny. It's about 3 different people. It's got these 3 different characters. Their names are Adam, Ivan, and Annie. And each of them are about 25, 26 years old. Each of them gets a turn to tell the story from a first person. There's 30 chapters in the book. Each of these characters gets 10 chapters. And the basic plot is that they move from Kansas, the Midwest, where they're from, and they go out to Los Angeles because they assume something exciting is going to happen to them there, that their real lives are going to begin. They're just going to blossom and grow into these magnificent creatures. And, you know, it's supposed to be this big cultural change, the shock to them, but it really isn't. And that's one of the themes of the book is that wherever you go, you're still you. And that's something each of these people struggles with because they're not crazy happy about who they are. But it's also a book with horrible ADD. Each of these characters has it, and they are obsessed with so many different things, so they talk about so many different things. They're talking about movies and music and TV and the apocalypse and the moon landing and vampires and pancake plates and condiments and sports and all kinds of other weird crap. They just fill their lives with this chatter because they don't have a lot going on. What else? I really enjoyed writing this book. Very excited to be sharing it with you, but I'm also terrified. And I know lots of people who have read parts of this book already, and they say to me, like, oh, this is just you. This is just you. This is a book about you. And I keep saying, no, it's not. It's not. It's really not. It's fiction. It sounds like me, but these people are not me. I just have a certain way I write, and that's probably a weakness of mine, and I can't write any other way. It just sounds like it's being written by me. But this is not a confessional. This is not a portal to my soul. But it's still nerve-wracking to share all these things that I've thought so much about for 2 years or so, 2 years on and off. Anyway, Generation Y is the name of my novel. It's funny. It's about physical form. It'd be about 300 pages. It's a fast read. It's easy to read. Lots of little short little chapters, so you'll be turning the pages really fast. You'll feel so smart, like you're such a fast reader. And that's what I would think anyway. It's available on Amazon.com for your Kindle, and BarnesandNoble.com for your Nook. So enjoy.
drown.